That's all I know, really. Hey, Fartface. Ready to hear some spooky SCPs today? Yes. So, what I'm going to do right now is... we have a little bit of a time limit, you know? We are going to be reading out stuff from the SCP Foundation today. This is the second stream of the Chill Reading series where we, you know, are reading out the wiki entries for these different SCPs. I'm gonna be taking suggestions from the chat for what SCPs I should be reading today. And after 3 hours of that has been completed, I will be ending the stream and I will be checking out Little Nightmares 3 in a different stream.
Yeah, he's currently doing that.
So, if you're someone that just uses the chill reading streams to put stuff in the background, I'm gonna be redirecting you to Little Nightmares 3. But for the people that use it just to, like, chill out and sleep to this, don't worry, you'll still get your 3 hours and stuff like that while I read the SCP entries. And then after that, I will be moving on to do the Little Nightmares stream, because I forgot that Little Nightmares 3 was happening today.
Oh my god, Little Nightmares.
I'm gonna be doing that.
3?
I already pre-ordered it, by the way. It looks nice, I suppose, though it does still feel weird that a new developer is doing a game in the same art style as the original developers. I don't know how to feel about that. Hey FBI Donut, thank you for the 23 months. Finally able to catch another stream. Mike's great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. The first few streams that I did with this new mic, I think were a little bit fucky because I added a little bit too much like boom to like the filters because I wasn't using the correct settings. So like I toned that down and now it should be like much less invasive to the ears, I guess, if you're using headphones. I didn't realize that there was much of a difference because I was using my phone. I was not using like headphones to listen to the audio quality. So like I turned some stuff down and made it much more like muted, you know? Hey Mark 8 Tree Bark, thank you for the super chat. Nice to have something to listen to while I write down lessons for uni. Thanks, Phil. No problem. As everyone in the cesspit that has been here for like a few years by now, you already know that this stream is not really going to have much of a visual component. It's just going to be me and my little chill PNG, my little chill fi, just sitting around here. And I'm going to be reading out some stuff from the SCP Foundation. And if you mostly use the streams as background noise to do whatever else you want, you can do so. I recommend you do that and don't really pay attention because, like, I'm not really going to be doing much. You know, I'm just going to be reading. Speaking of reading, thank you Docio Mal for the super chat. May I recommend SCPs 018 and 682 since they're my favorites? Alright. I have a list of SCPs that I'm planning to read today, but I'll add those to the list. We got about, like I said, 3 hours of stream before I do Little Nightmares 3. So, you know, it all depends on how fast I actually read, I suppose. Thank you, Wilk Lord, for the 20 months. Hi, Phil. Nice to see you doing another chill reading stream. Love listening to stories while I'm working on stuff. Also, it's my birthday today. Happy birthday, Welk Lord. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Don't really got you a present, unless you qualify reading some SCP entries as a present, though. If that's the case, it's not really a costly present. I'm just sitting in here and using my eyeballs to read. Let me get some water. Alright. Also, yes. My throat has been feeling pretty normal. I went to, like, the pharmacy and I got myself one of those, like, little jarabes. Not really sure how to translate that from Spanish to English, but it's literally just one of those syrups. Oh, the syrups that you put on your throat, and it just makes all the pain go away. And
Like a cough syrup.
after that, on the stream that I did, like the look outside stream, like I was feeling dead. I pretty much didn't use like my voice at all, like these past few days, because I was just I was completely like shot down. Thank you, Ender, for the €12. Taking the opportunity to listen to something while I try to sleep. Curse my time zone. Don't you worry. I mean, I guess you would have to have like YouTube Premium to be able to listen to this while you sleep. I have YouTube Premium because I don't want to be looking at ads while I put on like background music for people. But
I don't want to be
if you have
looking at
YouTube
ads
Premium,
whenever I
you can
watch
just
YouTube
easily put this on like the
for
bedside
videos.
in your bedside
well, for
table and just
streams.
go to sleep, or just put on some like earphones or something and just like listen to this while you go to sleep or relax. Just use uBlock, dog. Yeah, but that doesn't work on mobile though. That's the problem, isn't it? Besides, I did have that before, and then YouTube started like striking down, not striking down, but it started to like make YouTube unusable for people that were using like the most common like ad blockers. So I realized, wait, YouTube pays me every month, and then I pay YouTube every month. I'm basically just getting a slight like a slight minus like $5 to my like monthly income. So I say, you know what, fair enough. If YouTube's gonna pay me enough to be able to afford food every month, might as well use YouTube Premium, you know? I'm not saying you should do it, but since I'm technically employed by YouTube, I figured it's a fair enough transaction, you know? Thank you, Freespring, for the 38 months. 38-month woohoo! Also, how are you, Phil? I'm feeling much better from yesterday, and I guess I'm crazy, because instead of spending the week doing literally anything this week, I decided to stream most of the week, at least one stream every single day. I got the chill reading lined up today, and then I have to do the little nightmare stream. Then tomorrow I have to play Clover Pit with Kako. Then I have to do The Baby in Yellow with Zach, and that one is stupid. Just a short little thing about The Baby in Yellow, the Saturday stream, that I literally did not know that existed until a few days ago. Like, I made a post about what people wanted to see most this week. It's in the toxic level membership. I give those people like monthly polls to see what they want to see during the week, and literally literally a single person, a single member commented on that poll. Hey Phil, you should check out The Baby in Yellow. And I'm like, what the fuck is The Baby in Yellow? So I went to see it, and I was like, what do you mean this like mobile shitpost game has like 10,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam? What do you mean Markiplier played it? What do you mean it has like millions of views on YouTube? What the fuck is this? I've never heard about this. Apparently it blew up like 2 years ago or something. I was completely out of... I don't know what the fuck, man. So, I'm playing that with Zach on Saturday. It got a makeshift plushie. Exactly, Neon the cartoon. Like, just complete you know, has that ever happened to you? Has that ever happened to you, chat? Like, that something just sneaks up on you, like, culturally? Like, you have no basis, like, the algorithm does not recommend something to you at all. So, like, after a few years, you just suddenly find it, and it's, like, the biggest thing ever, and you just never knew about it for years. Melly says, I've never heard of this game before. All the time, lol. Neon the Cartoon says, I have no idea what the fuck 6-7 is. I think that's a TikTok thing. The problem is that I'm not on TikTok, and that's usually where the new stuff pops up, you know? You know the 6-7 thing, like, there's a kid that says 6, and then they say 7, and, like, everyone laughs. It reminds me of, like, that SpongeBob bit where, like, Patrick tells, like, SpongeBob, hey, SpongeBob, you know what's funnier than 41? 42, and then they like, lose their shit. I think that's what's meant to be funny, you know? That's kind of the bit. Because I'm old, obviously, because I'm basically 40 years old right now. Every time a new meme comes out that I don't understand, I usually just assume, oh, it's meant to be fucking confusing so that I don't get it, and if I don't get it, that's like the funny. That's what it doesn't make any sense, you know? So counting is funny now? Basically, yes, basically. Thank you, Autistic Monkey, for the super chat. I recommend SCP-748 and 4355. Glad the voice is good, though. Thank you, Autistic Monkey. Thank you, Fartface, for the 34 months. It's finally getting cold here, so this is perfect. Two things, though. Try SCP-3250 and buy the plushie. Oh, yeah, we're almost at 60% funded on the Spooky Pumpkin Fi plush, and that's like, in about a week, 60% funded. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you so much to everyone here in the chat. And if you're lurking and you can't talk on the chat, that's also good. Sorry you can't talk if you don't have a membership. That's completely fine. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has bought the Spooky Pumpkin Fi plushie. We're pretty confident. Like, I'm pretty confident that we're gonna be able to fund it, like, by the end of the month. So, thank you so much to everyone that got at least one of those. I know multiple people here on chat that have bought multiple of those plushies, which is crazy. A little bit unnecessary, but if you want to burn one of them, I guess you have to get at least a second plushie. Either way, thank you so much. Thank you, Michael, for the 8 months. Using my 8 months to remind all the slimes to hydrate. I got some gamer subs here with me, and I got some gamer subs. I also need to get some water to, like, get all the, like, sugar out of my mouth. If you are, like, drinking the gamer subs, if you use the promo code, and then you think, this is nice, but, like, it leaves a little bit of sugary taste in my mouth, always have, like, a bottle of water next to you so that you can clean the, like, sugary, like, flavor off your mouth, and then it, like, you can get a hit of it again later. It feels much better to, like, not have the sugary, like, sucralose flavor thing, like, in your mouth constantly, and you get a better hit, like, after a while. I got water, hell yeah, the cartoon. Skello says, I'm waiting until it's 100% funded before I get one, because I want to buy it in celebration, plus I have no idea how much is in my bank account right now. That's okay, Skello. Yeah, that's a thing that I've noticed in some makeshift campaigns, at least my makeshift campaigns. People have this weird tendency where they, like, wait until a campaign is 100% funded, and then just then, when it's guaranteed that it's funded, then they get a plushie. I'm not sure why they do that. Maybe it's because they're afraid that the plush is not going to be funded, and they only want to get it when it's, like, guaranteed. But that's completely fine. You can choose to buy it whenever if you have the money for it. Thank you, Luke Nukem, for the $2. I'm more under a rock than you. I suppose so. I mean, if you're gonna be a VTuber, you kind of have to get slightly knowledgeable about the new memes. I guess this might be cheating, but if you guys want to know how, like, a stupid autistic person that doesn't really know much about the the trends gets their memes. I just subscribe to fucking lessons in internet culture. And that's it. Either lessons in internet culture or like Sumito Media. I watch those two assholes and like they basically spoon feed me whatever the fuck new meme people are currently going on about today. Jesus, I feel called out by that statement. Don't worry, Nano, like I ain't got time to like doom scroll through Twitter or like 4chan nowadays. I don't go on TikTok. Like I am not going to be the one scrolling through thousands of social media posts just to get the context of the latest meme. I'm fine. I'll just go to the people that like spoon feed me the information and I'm fine with that. Bowser says, I feel so old and I'm only 21. Oh, don't worry, buddy. It's only gonna get worse from here. It's only getting worse from here. Thank you, Fox Gaming, for the 31 months. Hi, how are you, Phil? I'm doing excellent. Looking forward to Little Nightmares 3 coming out in like about 3 hours right now. Hey, Bambine Weirdo, thank you for the $2. Hydrate or die straight? Alright, let me get some of that gay water in my mouth then. Thank you, Foolish Fiend, for the $2 Canadian. Rinsing your mouth is better for your teeth too. That's true, that's true. Thank you, Ukes, for the €2. Want to suggest SCP-2521. Good luck with this one, though. Alright, I have a list now that people have made, like, some suggestions. I'll use those as, like, my list for today. Hopefully I'm able to get through some of those. Joylo says, talking about doom scrolling, that new Cinder Google Docie, that was definitely something. Oh, I know. I read like about half of that document and then I kind of gave up because I realized this is just petty high schooler bullshit that should have probably just like stayed in between people's DMs. I don't know. Whenever I see people going like, oh, he was so mean and they said something bad, blah, 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 it's like, God, I'm way too old for that shit, you know? Like, I'm just gonna stay away from that drama-filled nightmare. Thank you, Reeser, for the 14 months. Maybe if those toxins all got the plush, it'll be funded sooner. Don't be shy, chat. Consume the product. I'm pretty confident that it's gonna be funded either way. I just don't want to see people complaining later that, oh my god, I can't believe I missed out on this. I didn't know that the plushie was happening. Like, those are the people that piss me off because, like, I always scream at the top of my lungs that the plushie is available right now, and then they just don't notice. Whatever.
That reminds me.
Against people. Thank you, Orange Fanter, for the $2. Super excited for the baby in yellow. Thank you. Thank you, Queen Libra, for the 9 months. I have to consume the plush next week. Well, the plush will be available until the end of October, so you still got time to get it. We're still, like, in the first third of October, so you got time, you got time. And thank you, Banana Boy, for the $2. Realizing that I've been watching for 3+ years. So cool. Thank you. I didn't even believe that people were gonna get past 1 year, so seeing 3 times that amount is crazy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so about 5 minutes before the hangout portion of the stream ends, so some small news before we get into the SCPs. First of all, my YouTube has updated, actually. It has setting up the streams. My YouTube dashboard updated. Apparently, I was inducted into a new beta feature that they are doing. Not sure if you guys saw the news, but a few months ago during that like YouTube convention, creator convention thing, they released news about this horizontal plus vertical YouTube stream feature. And what that essentially is the stream will be available for both people in widescreen, like in TVs and computers, and they will also be available on phones in a vertical format. So, in the future, in like maybe a few weeks or something, depends, because like it's a little bit buggy right now, I will be able to modify the stream layout so that it works on vertical phones, right? So you will have vertical streams that you can check out on your phone without having to like turn your phone around or like use it in landscape mode. People will be able to just switch between horizontal and vertical seamlessly, which is very, very nice, like genuinely very nice. Obviously that's optional. I am not going to force people to look at the streams in vertical mode, but I will have like that option available for people that do want to see that. Especially for like the chill reading streams, I think that will be very beneficial.
Yeah,
because not much gameplay is going to be happening on screen, and it's just going to be my little PNG tuber or maybe future VTuber model, and it's going to be the chat. And it's going to have the same effects and stuff, but it's going to be available in vertical mode. So that's going to be the feature right now. In fact, I was thinking of trying it out right now, but I've seen some people complain that it's very buggy right now because it's only giving you the like one stream key instead of two for the vertical mode. So I'll wait until YouTube like properly implements the feature and fixes all the bugs and stuff before I try it out. All right. I think it's time to start with the SCP readings. So, let me go into the first super chat that did a suggestion and start off from there. So the first two suggestions are from Dociomal, who suggested SCP-018 and SCP-682. I'm pretty sure I've heard about these. I think these are pretty common. I think 682 is like definitely very common. But let's see. Yeah, with this one pretty easily. So, the first SCP of the night is SCP-018. SCP-018 is Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-018 is to be contained in its specialty metal restraint inside of a 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter sealed box, lined with heavy synthetic padding. The sealed box is then submerged in the center of the 10 meter by 10 meter by 10 meter polyethylene holding tank. If SCP-018 is to break free from the holding box, the polyethylene-based goo will slow down kinetic activity enough for proper retrieval by containment personnel. Personnel entering SCP-018's holding chamber are to wear specialized plating found inside of SCP-018 observation and a breathing apparatus before being lowered into the polyethylene tank. If SCP-018 is loose outside of the polyethylene tank, themselves in a separate room and close doorways or hatches to isolate 018 until containment teams arrive. Description: SCP-018 has the appearance of a super ball made by the Whammo Company in 1969. It is a 6 centimeters in diameter and colored red, found when the blank company was hired to clean out a warehouse that had whammo merchandise in it. SCP-018 was noted to be able to bounce with extreme height. At first thought to be a pleasant child's toy, SCP-018 was able to bounce with over 200% efficiency. That is, if dropped 1 meter, it would bounce 2 meters, then 4 meters, then 8. Oh, that's bad. Then 8 meters, then 16 meters. The ball soon became a dangerous projectile, reaching speeds estimated at over 100 kilometers per hour, and damaging property and injuring 5 in the city of blank. Oh, that's bad. I mean, a little bit goofy, but that's really dangerous. It can reach like bullet speeds in like a few minutes. It came to a rest after several days in the nearby lake of blank, and was retrieved by SCP personnel. Due to the speed of the object and the total surprise by its victims, no cover-up story was required or initiated. Document 1804. Message by the 05 Council. Blank. I hope everything is well. The reason I write to you is because I believe I have found a more effective method for retrieving new or escaped SCP objects. Yes, I realize that we haven't had any progress in reverse engineering whatever allows this thing to identify the laws, to defy the laws of thermodynamics. But we have come up with a very effective method for integrating one of those new SCP-A5 armor suits with this. Just hear me out. We implanted into the bottom of a boot, rig up a little bit of a mechanical device, and ta-da! The suit is now capable of jumping well over a building. Also, if the wearer has their foot against something they want dead, well, let's just say it delivers a hell of a kick. All I need is permission to modify one of the pre-existing SCP-A5 suits, and then you'll be able to actually capture blank, plus any of the other escaped SCP objects. Trust me, when have I let you down in the past? Dr. Blank. Document 01806. Letter to Dr. Blank. Dr. Blank. Upon assignment, Agent Blank was issued your modified SCP-A5 armor in retrieving SCP Blank, and the results are mixed. Agent Blank was able to place the blank color onto SCP Blank, chase it through the Amazon, and restrain it by dismemberment. However, due to a malfunction of your little mechanical device, he was launched almost a mile into the air and suffered 2 broken legs, 7 broken ribs, a missing arm, and a skull fracture upon hitting the water of Lake Blank on the way back down. You will fix that before I authorize your armor for common use. A mile? Oh my fucking god. Document 01811. Message to 05. Blank. Don't worry, it's fixed. But I have some more ideas. If I can be granted the use of some water from SCP-006, SCP Blank, and possibly Blank, I can deliver you a set of SCP-A5 armor and an agent that can capture any, if not all, rogue or unattained SCPs. All I'm waiting for is your approval. Oh. So basically, this is a cartoony, bouncy ball that is like following its own laws of physics. And instead of containing it to make sure that it doesn't turn into like a giant ball of like sound speed of death, they're just using it as like material to like make power armor that can kill people. These guys are dumbasses. Fuck them. Michael says, which one was 006, gang? Help. I'm not sure which one was 006, but that doctor's a dumbass. Hey, Temple Bees, thank you for the €5. Hey, Phil. I'm in Act 3 of Silksong and got 2 out of 3 hearts. Now I just have to get the crusty one and the literally gay one. Hope your voice is okay. My voice has been feeling much better since last week. Thank you. Alright, so, I still need to complete Silksong, by the way. I'll probably make a poll for the toxic level members if I should do it next week or not. It's all up to them, really. Whatever, like, people want me to play the most, I'll just be making weekly polls for them in October, you know? That's why Chill Reading is here, by the way. A Chill Reading, congratulations, you voted for it in the toxic polls in the community posts. Let's continue with the suggestions with SCP-682. I think this is the... Yeah, this is the reptile. This is the famous one. This is the one that everyone uses in their fanfics. SCP-682, the hard-to-destroy reptile.
Yeah. This is that reptile.
Item number, SCP-682. Object class, Keter. Special containment procedures. SCP-682 must be destroyed as soon as possible. At this time, no means available to SCP teams are capable of destroying SCP-682. Only able to cause massive physical damage. SCP-682 should be contained within a 5 by 5 by 5 meter chamber with 25 centimeter reinforced acid-resistant steel plating lining all inside surfaces. The containment chamber should be filled with hydrochloric acid until SCP-682 is submerged and incapacitated. Any attempts of SCP-682 to move, speak, or breach containment should be reacted to quickly and with full force as called for by the circumstances. Personnel are forbidden to speak to SCP-682 for fear of provoking a rage state. All unauthorized personnel attempting to communicate with SCP-682 will be restrained and removed by force. Due to its frequent attempts at containment breach, difficulty of containment and incapacitation, and high threat of Foundation exposure, SCP-682 is to be contained in Site Redacted. The Foundation will use the best of its resources to maintain all land within 50 kilometers clear of human development. Description: SCP-682 is a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin. It appears to be extremely intelligent and was observed to engage in complex communication with SCP-079 during their limited time exposure. SCP-682 appears to have hatred of all life, which has been expressed in several interviews during containment. See Addendum 682-B. SCP-682 has always been observed to have extremely high strength, speed, and reflexes, though exact levels vary with its form. SCP-682's physical body grows and changes very quickly, growing or decreasing in size as it consumes or sheds material. 682 gains energy from anything it ingests, organic or inorganic. Digestion seems to be aided by a set of filtering gills inside of SCP-682's nostrils, which are able to remove usable matter from any liquid solution,
big-ass reptile.
enabling to constantly regenerate from the acid it is contained in.
This is that reptile. I saw a thing about
SCP-682's
somebody
regenerative
putting
capabilities
what would
are
happen if you put
resilient, and SCP-682 has been
the
seen
infinite
moving
IKEA.
and speaking with its body
What would happen if you put
87% destroyed
reptile inside
or
the
rotted.
Infinite IKEA.
In case of containment breach, SCP-682 is to be tracked and recaptured by all available mobile task forces. No teams with fewer than 7 members are cleared to engage it. To date, blank 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 attempted breaches have numbered at 17, while successful breaches have numbered at 6. Wow, these people suck at containing this thing. Fuck. Addendum 682B. Portion of recorded transcript of something. There's a link there. Ooh. Begin log. Skip to 21 minutes 52 seconds. Dr. Blank says, "Now, why did you kill those farmers?" SCP-682 has no verbal communication. Dr. Blank says, "If you don't talk now, we will remove you from this attempt and place you back into." SCP-682 responds in incomprehensible form. Dr. Blank says, "Pardon?" Motions to move microphone closer. SCP-682 continues to talk in incomprehensible form. Dr. Blank says, "Speak up. Move the mic up closer." SCP-682 responds with, "They were." Incomprehensible. Dr. Blank says, "That microphone has only so much gain. Move it closer to it." Personnel D085 says, "His throat is messed up, man. Look at it. He ain't talking." SCP-682 responds with assaulting the D85 personnel and responding with, "They were disgusting."
That's the thing
Dr.
about
Blank
D
retreats
class.
from the
care about
room.
'em.
Yeah, no, this thing is a mess. There is an addendum here that is very long, but half of it is completely blank, and I'm not gonna just keep saying blank blank handled by blank. But basically, there are 6 instances of breaches where this thing tried to escape and killed everyone while trying to escape. Let's see. Termination options. Addendum 682E. Dr. Blank attempts to use SCP-409 on SCP-682. General Blank and Dr. Blank are observing. What the hell is 409? Contagious crystal.
I know that one.
0400
That's the one if you touch the
exposure.
crystal, you start growing
SCP-682
crystals.
began to tear at the point of contact, causing massive trauma to the area. SCP-682 requests several times to know what it has been exposed to. At 8 a.m., crystallization begins, spreading much slower than normal. At 12 a.m., SCP-682 shows signs of extreme pain and begins having seizures. At 1 p.m., crystallization stops at 62% conversion. Crystallized area explodes, causing massive physical trauma to 682. At 2 p.m., SCP-682 recovers from exposure. Despite the loss of limbs and organs, 682 begins regeneration, stating that it will attempt to kill and consume all staff involved in the event.
Makes sense.
I like this idea of having like a really hard to kill lizard, and every single day it's getting more and more pissed off because these guys just keep trying to find different ways to kill it, and it never fucking works. It just never fucking works. SCP-682 appears to now be immune to SCP-409. Use of other SCP items to terminate 682 must now first be tested on samples of 682 before full-scale testing. In accordance the doctor's recommendations, Doctor and Doctor have requested permission to attempt the termination of 682 using 689. Okay, what the hell is 689? SCP-689 Haunter in the Dark. The request is currently pending approval from the O5 Council. It has also been suggested by Dr. Gears to use SCP-182 in an attempt to communicate with SCP-682. 182 has expressed reluctance and refuses to enter the containment center of 682 if at all possible. There's an experiment log here. Oh my fucking god! How many stories does this thing have?
Yes.
This is like a 3-hour log of hundreds and hundreds of SCPs being used on 682 to try to kill it. That is awesome, dude.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be able to read all of these, but it would be interesting if, like, we went back to this log and we read of possible, like, SCPs that have tried to kill the lizard, you know?
SCPs they use to try to kill the lizard.
Or, you know what we should do? We should read more, like, regular SCPs from the list that we have, and then if there are any that also have a story with the lizard, we should go back and read the story with the lizard to, like, see how they fared against it. Because, like, this is huge. Anyways, we're gonna move on from the lizard and then go back to this experiment log, because this one is, like, a huge, like, there's, like, hundreds of SCPs that they used against this thing. I like that. I've known about the lizard for, like, a very long time, and I know that it's, like, this ongoing meme in the SCP community of, like, okay, you made a really, like, cool SCP. How does it interact with the goddamn lizard? Is it able to kill it or not? You know? Anyways. Thank you, Ralsei from Tennis Game, for the 20 months. Hi, you should check out SCP-2521. It's pretty cool, in my opinion. I'll be adding that to the list. We're going from beginning of the stream to, like, the super chats that like, I'm reading, like, every single super chat in order, and I'm accepting the suggestions for the stream until Little Nightmares 3 releases. Dosiomal super chats and says you could basically throw 10 nukes at him and he would not only tank it but also adapt to it. Basically Mahoraga. Lol. Yeah, that's what I'm scared about with this thing, because it not only is unkillable, but the next time you try the same thing with it, it just doesn't work at all. That's so fucking cool. I guess the only thing you can do is, like, contain it. Thank you, Lord Darner, for the super chat. Please read SCP-2295. Don't forget the test log. Alright, I'll put that at the top of the list. Now let's continue with the suggestions. Autistic Monkey suggests SCP-748. Let's see. Ooh, this one is weird. Alright, why does it have, like... Alright, I'll take a look at that one. SCP-748. Industrial dissolution. Item 748. Level 3 confidential. Containment class Euclid. Special containment procedures. The non-anomalous structure above SCP-748 has been converted into Site-68. In the event of a civilian encounter, security personnel are to employ non-lethal force in conjunction with the administration of amnestics. A steel, barbed wire fence must be maintained at a 4-kilometer radius around SCP-748. Signs warning of toxic contamination are to be attached to the fence at every 3-meter interval. Security has been increased in light of recent changes to SCP-748. Researchers are to travel and work in groups of no fewer than 3 and must be accompanied by an armed escort at all times. Security personnel are to be equipped with helmet-mounted live audio/video recording devices, and all personnel must be equipped with a GPS tracking unit. Okay, what is it then? Description. SCP-748 is an abandoned capable of mass production through anomalous technology. Located in Lowell, Massachusetts, SCP-748 was constructed beneath a non-anomalous factory. SCP-748's anomalous machines are rusted, damaged, and primarily disabled. Based on recovered documents, these machines would have required a level of power on par with a fusion reactor, but their intended power source has yet to be discovered. The construction of SCP-748 appears to be incomplete. Evidence of this includes walled doorways, dead-end halls, and wire/pipes that connect to nothing. Posters throughout the complex display motivational/propagandistic slogans, including a "hard worker is a happy worker" sign and "active minds lead to idle hands" signs, among others. The first subterranean floor is accessible via a collapsed portion of SCP-748's surface interior. Metal signs designate the location as Boarding 03/1200I-21. The floor is characterized by 8 hallways, cell blocks 1 through 8, each converging at a circular room equipped with a large mechanical lift. Cells are designed for the containment of workers. The floor is estimated to have been designed for the capability of housing 4,000 to 6,000 individuals in crowded, unsanitary conditions. The second is this basically the toxic cesspit? What the hell? The second subterranean floor is a rectangular chamber. Despite its distance from the surface, it appears to be designed for the packaging and shipping of products. Local signs designate the floor Shipping 03/12/005190. The floor contains 21 mechanical lifts, including the central elevator. The lifts most likely used for the transportation of items from the assembly floor. Contained within are 3 machines of identical design, attached to the southern, eastern, and northern walls, and are respectively labeled Nothok, Upok, and Boryach. Although disabled, recovered documents suggest that their purpose was related to the transportation of objects. The western wall appears to have once housed such a machine, but it seems to have been destroyed. These machines have been classified as SCP-7481. What the hell do these things do? Exactly. Heavily rusted crates were discovered haphazardly scattered throughout the area. The crates are non-anomalous, and their anomalous cargo has been transferred to Site Blank for study. Anomalous objects recovered from these crates include 500 rocking horses, biologically alive, scream when observed, highly radioactive. What the fuck? 500 fur coats,
500
crafted from the
cigarettes.
pelts of various known species, unknown species. They're perpetually on fire. 2,000 rifles that superficially resemble the M1903 Springfield. No observable anomalies, but canned counters have registered them at 50 HM, suggesting high levels of potential unreality. 800 bowler hats that cannot be removed once worn. Causes the wearer to expel wasps from every orifice. Oh my god! 200,000 cigarettes. Direct inhalation transforms the consumer into a basking shark. Affected individuals will explode after complete transformation, a process requiring approximately 30 minutes. 10 metric tons of rotting meat. Genetic analysis revealed a hybrid species of human, pig, and squid. Highly radioactive. What the fuck is this thing? It's like a factory of horrors. The third subterranean floor is a semicircular chamber accessible via the central elevator. Signs designate this floor Production 031200 Omega 91. The location is composed of conveyor belts, pneumatic tubes, electron tubes, and pipes, all of which connect to a large machine, since classified as SCP-7482, located in the southern section of the chamber. Based on recovered documents, SCP-7482's intended purpose was roughly analogous to a molecular assembler. However, its design and mechanics fail to correlate with such a hypothetical constructor or with established laws of nature, rendering the process entirely anomalous. It appears that SCP-7482 suffered significant damage at some point in the past, an event likely related to SCP-748's neutralization. This is estimated to have occurred in the early 1950s, despite records stating that the surface factory was shut down and abandoned in 1915. Addendum. On May 14th, 1996, a blockage of bone and scrap metal was removed from several large pipes used throughout the complex. This removal caused the pipes to flood with water, resulting in the loss of 11 personnel. Following this incident, electrical lights were enabled throughout the complex, flickering and dim, suggestive of low power, and an